Hey everybody, welcome to today's assignment and feedback video. And in this assignment, I'm going to use a shape to draw a head. And you can use this shape as well, or use your shape from any of the shapes I attached to this post. So let's start. So I start with a shape, and everyone who's watching this, if you're a Patreon, you can send your work for video feedback, and I also give longer lessons each week and a monthly ebook. So this month I will send out soon the how to draw fundamentals, and the next one is going to be how to draw animals. So once I have the shape, so maybe I can change the shape even a little bit more. You can make a totally random shape. So this shape's already a little bit like a head. But once we have this shape, we can zoom, we can erase these lines a little bit, and we can start sketching on top of it. And this is really great exercise for when you don't know what to draw. Then you can just start with some shapes. And I like to start with, for example, the eyes here, and the eyebrows, something like this. Maybe put this one higher. So I like to avoid symmetry. And let's make the nose some weird crooked nose. So this is going to be an old person. Tracing here these lines here, and then we can draw in the mouth. And then this part like this. And then we can draw in the chin like this here. And yeah, so we can choose to make the eyes maybe bigger, or maybe we can make this smaller. We put this here. And let's make these eyes bigger, like this here. And then we can draw in these pupils like this here, and we can draw in these parts like this here. And then we can bulge out this hair a little bit. So it's going to be an old person drawn in the ear, like this here, and then a line here, and I think this person has its hair piece somewhere here, and maybe the neck is something like this here. So here. So then we've drawn this head, and maybe we can draw the hair here, and maybe there's some hair strain here. So once we have this shape, you can clean it up and making the lines and add some details. But I want to focus on some more designs. So I think this one, erasing these lines. And then let's draw in the eyes here. Like this here. Then the eyebrows going like this. And we can draw in the nose. like here. And then we can draw in the mouth. I want this really big mouth. So you can see these proportions are really different from this this head. And then we can draw in here the chin. Maybe we can put the ear a bit higher. And then we can draw in the hair like this. And maybe the hair is this shape. Like this. And then we can also draw the neck. Like this here. And next step is the next one. So maybe let's see what can we do. We can make a really pointy nose, like this here. And maybe this mouth is open here. And then the teeth here, and the tongue, and the chin, like this here. Then small, loomy eyes. Maybe one eyebrow like this, and the other one is up. So this guy made some few dollars or something. He's really proud of it. I want to have that feeling. Maybe a bigger ear, because these two have small ears. Something like this. And maybe we can add a little neck like this here. So you can always play around with these shapes. It's inspiration, right? You don't have to be super sticking to them. And then we can draw in the thigh like this here. Then we have made 3 heads. So I encourage you to make some more heads with this shape, or use any of the other shapes I'm going to attach to this post. Yeah, let's go to the feedback and start with this one from Harry. So let's see at the hair. You mentioned about shading the hair. So let's first talk a bit about drawing the hair. And I think you did an awesome. It's really cool that you can see it's all from the same person. So great work on that. So it's always important. So you have the skull, and think about how's the hair connected to that skull. Really like these overlapping lines. So where's this hair coming from? So try to think. You don't have to draw every lines. Try to think how's that hair flowing. So I think something like this. So when you got the hair like this, maybe there's some, I don't know, feels that this corner maybe should need some space or something. Maybe just a little bit. Maybe it can already be something like this here. But it needs some space between here, this part, and there, I think. Yeah, these hairs are nice. Then we have these hairs, so make sure that there's some space. Here, these sides are all the same. What I would advise, maybe make this one a bit smaller and this one bigger. And then you make this one a bit smaller, this one bigger, and this one smaller. I would put this ear maybe a little bit out, so you don't have that tangent there. And then here, this line, make sure that you have feeling this hair is around the shape, so you get these kinds of shapes. So like this here. And then we have this hair going like this here. And this hair here, maybe some hairs there. I would think a little bit more about the volume of the hair. So think of it as if it's yeah, a bit of 3D, as if it's an object. Look at the animation hair. You see these big chunks of hair, these big shapes, and of course you see texture with all these hair strands attached to it. But you have all these big shapes first. But yeah, great work. Let's look at how we can render it. Just going to draw on top and see what I can do about the rendering. Just going to try and let me take the sketch brush. And just give this some space. Here. And then this. Then do this here. What I would do with this is, and I think this is really good, maybe draw in some strange like this here, some bit sharper like this here. So this shape, maybe use some overlapping line there as well. Create some depth here. So maybe I would even change this line a little bit. Yeah, I would maybe place this piece of hair maybe a little bit to the side. Find it a little bit too much in the middle because of you have these hair strains. So for example, you have this hair point where all these lines coming from. But let's focus on that shading part. So I think, yeah, make more lines more like this. And maybe some shading. Maybe make this a bit more dark purple or something. So like this, the shadow part. And give some one side maybe a little bit of darker tone or something. And using these overlapping lines and shadow. Maybe you can also use the dark red if you don't want to keep it simple. But here, a bit of extra shadow here can give it a little bit more depth, and maybe using some highlights as well. So maybe it's maybe a little bit orangey this side. There's rim light actually. You have this warm color, this orange, and you have this cold shadow that is the purple. Here, maybe we can have some like these ones, a little bit of lines like this here. So, and where does this hair come from? Think of it as a big shape. All these hairs need to come from a point. And sometimes it feels a little bit random. Look at what really helps is go to an maybe a hair salon's website or something and look at the hairs from the models and try to understand the construction of those hairs. So yeah, I think this can give a little bit of volume, maybe of a little bit too much small hairs, but yeah, if you really want to render it, I would maybe add that. Maybe it's a little bit too much, but you can tone it down. And for example, here with this hair, I would choose then one side shadow, like here the top no shadow. Then you leave this bottom You give this side a bit of shadow, right? But there, this side, not. But yeah, great work. So really think about where are these strands of hair coming from. So I would personally maybe, here, just pluck hair, I would maybe do something like this. Maybe this S shape, this hair parts bulge out a little bit, something like this here. That yeah, especially if it's that big, right? And a lot of times, I hope I can show this correctly. If we have the head, and you have the hairline here, and you have here the part, we all have that part, right, on our head. In Dutch, it's called a crown. So we have this bescheiding. So you have this hair from this point. So oftentimes you have a look of hair like this, right? That all comes a lot of times from that point, and you see the structure in it. And that's what I a little bit miss about here. And I think that structure works really well. So what you can do is try to study some real hair and try to break that down in some simple shapes. Or look at some hair tutorials. But I think that that structure of the hair, that can you make the biggest step, and it also makes it easier to add the shadows to that. But great work. So let's look at the next one from Gia. Really cool head designs. Really loving it. Especially, yeah, I really like this one. So let me go and draw on top of it. I think you did an amazing job with this one. So here, there's head and nose. You can also simplify it or make it maybe, I would maybe make something like this of the nose. Yeah, I think I would simplify this nose a little bit here. This mustache. Give it some corners. So like this here. And then here. And then we can have this lip here. Then we have these eyes. Like this. And then we have this part here. Then we have these eyebrows like this. And we can have this mouth, this one part here, this here. So I'm changing just a little bit these lines and adding a little bit of corners, and it changes, yeah, the design a lot, right? And this hair here, a small shape, big shape. Try to play around with these different shapes, medium, small, because we don't have space for a bigger one. And so for time's sake, I'm duplicating this eye. Oh, that's also funny if we put this eye like this here. And yeah, that fits the design. It looks like a nervous character. We're changing this line here, using overlapping lines, what you did. And here, try to think about these big shapes, so maybe something like this here. Small shape, big shape, here, there, like this. And then we have this cheek here. And then we have this part here. And then this and this. Yeah, and we can remove these lines and you have something like this. But I really like the crazy idea you got there. So these are all really great. I think this one also funny. This shape and this shape. Maybe if we have this triangle shape, maybe we can push this hair a little bit like this here. Then you get this stronger head shape. But yeah, great work, Gia. Let's look to Ashish. Really made these cool characters. I really like the colors she actually picked. It's really cool style. Really, yeah, keep going with this. Really nice. So you asked about you used a symmetry tool and if that's bad or not. No, it's certainly not. But I would, it's not bad to use tools, but what I always think is that especially when you're learning, it's good to also draw on paper because you can't use those tools. And then it's really good to be able to draw symmetry. And once you have that, then it's okay to use those symmetry tools because then it just can save times. And especially when we're working, that can be important. So I would maybe leave some space here between these 2 points. So like this here. And then, yeah, I just really like this. So I think this hair could be used a little bit more of shape. So here we have this shape, and then I would draw this hair like this here, using that S shape there, also here, but then in the back of that hair. And really think about the shapes of the hair here. So maybe it could be something like this here. So like this, and maybe you can use something like this here for this hair, using these big shapes and use that. Yeah, for symmetry, maybe if you use the symmetry tool, you have this hair like this here, maybe you can do it like this here. Just make these little changes. So you have a line here, and a line here. So you have this balance, for example, this triangle here. So big shape, medium shape, small shape. So you have these really changes, these changes in those sides a little bit. Yeah, for this ear, I would maybe it's cool that this ear is in the back. Back is this, but then you have this forehead. I wouldn't draw this line that much. Maybe I would do it like this here. So you still have that little line there, but not that big forward. Because yeah, if you look at your own head, there's a lot of space between your forehead and that ear, and our jaw is in front of that line here. Yeah, maybe I would leave here a gap open or something for this character. Like here, then it's all feel connected. You can also choose that. Maybe let me try. Let me look. Yeah, maybe a little bit like this here. Maybe we can give the chin here or something. But then what that does, and I'm also not always doing that, but it feels that these shapes are connected, right? Because it's not not Lego heads, but these are all connected. So maybe for this hair as well, we'll maybe do something like this here, and here, maybe here. Some parts okay, like that part there. Yeah, leaving some gaps. It's fine. Maybe also we can simplify this nose Also a little bit, maybe one side. Maybe, yeah, simplify it. Especially for the style you're going for. Yeah, I would maybe simplify it. I don't know, not sure about this design, but like this here. So here for this nose, I would maybe draw a line like this here, maybe adding a little bit more nose there. Like this. But I really like this one's really nice. It's cool. Maybe I would make this one big shape here. Like this. So that can also break that symmetry a little bit, right? Maybe like this here. This. And then these here. So then we have this head. Like this here, these connected parts. So like this. And maybe that hair. I do like the design of the hair, but maybe we can change it a little bit to give it a bit more structure. I would maybe make it a bit bigger or something. And I love the contrast. So I would give it maybe a bit more space, but then it has these two shapes. But what I really like about this is that it breaks that symmetry. So that's really nice. Awesome design also with this one, really cool. Actually, quite funny nose. Maybe I would, or maybe give it a little bit more space. We can, yeah, the endless are, possibilities are endless. I don't know, maybe just trying to find something. I would maybe give this a little bit more space, but I actually do like it. Also the hair, I'm wondering how this part looks. Maybe I would draw a line going like this here, then shape like this here, then I would maybe remove this line there or something. Maybe the shape here and then the shape like this here. Maybe this line way, something like this. Maybe you can use some highlights. No, not or something, but maybe we can draw in some hairs like this here. These lines can also break that symmetry, right? So symmetry isn't that, but then I would change maybe there this hair like this here. Break that symmetry just a little bit. It's a little bit different in there, especially with the hairs and stuff like that. These are also really cool designs. Really like, also cool that you used this shape. So this is a cool shape to even draw more heads. So also this hair, you just change this hair a little bit. Maybe make this one up, maybe make this one bigger, and it's a bit bigger. Maybe there's a hair like this here, and then this part is a bit bigger but shorter or something. Or maybe two shapes like this here. Just that's the same, just a little bit different. But yeah, great work. Let's go to Kate. Made this really cute dog. Really like this. Let's draw on top of it. So here, let's make these here. Give these ones these eyes. So like this here. Maybe we can give it a pupil like this here. And maybe the shape here, this eye here, and then this part here. Then we have these eyebrows. Like this here. And then we can maybe make this nose going like this here. And then we can maybe give this a little bit more space or something. This. And then we have this hair. I really like the construction you did. I think that's a little bit in the lines, but we can adjust. So try to observe what I'm doing here. Here. So just these subtle changes in the lines. Like that, that's connected there. I like that this hair is going together. This part here. Maybe there's one. No, no. I was thinking maybe there's one strain of hair that's loose or something. And then we have this hair like this here. Like here. Here, and then we have these ears. Like this here, and we can draw in this ear like this. Here, and then this leg. And this feet here. And then we can draw in those toes like this here. And then this feet here. Like this here. And then, yeah, this shape here. Like this here. And then this. And this feet. Maybe there. I don't know. Maybe if I turn off the sketch in a bit, I will see that here. Maybe here this hair make just a little bit complex without losing the cartooniness. Let's put this here. And then, yeah, I can see at my own sketch what I don't like. I hate this. And close and open. That should work. Just let's take the sketch pencil again. Maybe I don't know that nose yet. But let's quickly change here these lines and see if we can make a cool design. Using a little bit more of these ash shape lines. So here, then we can draw in this hair like this here. And then here, making this like this here. So I'm going a little bit quick, making a rough sketch out of it. And before this, I was almost already inking it, but going over your work. So you're giving these little corners. So just the advantage of, it's also for me, when I'm drawing quicker, I think I'm making nicer lines than when I'm going faster, because we aren't thinking. And then we can always change. So what I think, so let's merge this one, because then we can change things. Maybe I'll put this hair a little bit here, more in the back. So that also will change the direction of these hairs, because that will go that way. Yeah, do like that. Here, maybe there's one hair going like this. I don't know. Maybe I don't like that. Maybe that would be something I would try to search and find more. So then we can draw in here these hairs. I want to have this a bit less sharp there. Here it is. I think these, I don't know, find these points too sharp or something. Maybe a little bit too much. Simplifying it a little bit. Here you can see I'm also always searching when I'm drawing, talking to myself. Maybe it has this color around its neck or something. Maybe I do think a bow tie fits. Just a little one with this character like this here. And then here is palms here. This cute little palm up here. And this feet maybe a little bit more side. Not sure yet about that feet here. I would use a little bit more construction to fix that. And so then we've made this part. Then we've made this character. Let's see. Let's put them next to each other. I think mine needs some more work yet, but I hope this will help you a little bit with how I approach these kinds of characters. Yeah, and just giving these lines a little bit more corner and stuff. Still need some more work, but something along that line. So great work, Kate. Let's go to Shara. Make this really cool B model sheet. Awesome work. Really love to see these model sheets. Yeah, what I would say is maybe I would try to push these poses a little bit more. For example, here this one. Here, maybe push this a little bit more so it's more roundish. And I do like these arms. Maybe push this a little bit outwards, like this one goes this way. Then this one this way, like this. And then we have these feet here. And then this here. And then we have these mouth here. So something like this. And then we have this one here. And then it's a leg pushing out a little bit more. And then here, make this arm maybe a little bit bigger. Just tiny things. You're using this overlap line. Maybe something that you do with the fist. Maybe give it a little bit of fish. Think about what kind of hands do you want to use? How do you want to use the fingers? How big should that hand be? Maybe this is too big or something. But try to be then consistent in all your drawings. So design that hand a little bit. So here, maybe something like this here. And then this here. And then we have this hair a little bit. It's using this a little bit, maybe. If this character is shocked, especially for a model sheet, I would try to push really everything a little bit. Maybe make this eye really big, but it also depends on how cartoony you want it to be. This mouth like this. Then this hair, it's really being pushed this way. And then we have these things going like this here. And then we push this arc a little bit more. This body. Then here these legs, maybe something like this, and these arms. Maybe there's one going like this here, but then maybe one of this here. And these wings are also, maybe it's already flying or something. Really try to push a little bit more. Also, what is this pose being? Is this, maybe push this a little bit more, this hand here, and this leg here, and then this leg here. And then maybe also here now, I'm already also doing this hand the same as this here, but maybe we can change it. Maybe you can do something like this here. So stop. Something like this here, but here like this. And then here. Maybe this, maybe make this pose like this here, a bit cheeky. Mouth is opened or something. Like this here. Or maybe you can, putting all those hands to this, maybe you can put this hands like this here. And this feet crossed or something. But look, maybe you can look at old cartoons or movies, how people, their body act. I think you can push those acting things a little bit. But I really like your drawing skill. The drawings are really full of charm. So yeah, great work. Yeah, it was awesome seeing everyone's work. I'm really happy with what I've seen here. So awesome, awesome work, everyone. The colors are also really cool. I like the simple palette. It's really effective. Awesome work, everyone. So yeah, send me your work for feedback for next week. And maybe you want to do an assignment or personal project. I'm all happy to see that. So have a great weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.